Hi, my name is Dan, and this is Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning into my channel. This is the October Tarotscope. Uh-oh. We have a little visitor. I think he's going to try and attack. And it makes sense that he comes in because this is the sign for Cancer, and cats love a little fish, little crab. So if you have a sun, moon, a rising, or a if you have a sun, moon, rising, or possibly a Venus in the sign of Cancer, you may want to not crotch watch. You may want to cross watch this video. Sven, you can't be in the video. You may want to cross watch this video if love comes up in this spread. So this is for October of 2019. If you like these videos, or if you like Sven even, please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you do hit subscribe, please hit the bell so that you're notified anytime I do a video. And I do all sorts of different kinds of videos on here, pick-a-cards, unboxings, daily forecast. I have cats wandering through, like just all kinds of fun stuff. So you never know what might go on around here. Will you get out of here, you weirdo? So I am going to shuffle the cards and see what Cancer has in store for them for the month of October. Okay, give me one moment. This cat is in the way. Oh my, no, leave it alone. Stop, no, stop it. Hey. Leave that alone. The cat's totally pawing at my hands and biting my fingers as I'm shuffling the cards. Stop. Seriously, this is like Daddy's job. Daddy gotta work. Daddy needs to help these Cancerians find their way through the month of October. You can't be messing it up for the Cancerians. You can also follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. I don't know how long I'll be on Instagram. If my cat keeps chewing my fingers off, I may not be able to stay on Instagram long or be able to respond or type back. I'll have to use my nose because my cat is so ornery. Stop it. All right, so this first card represents as sort of where you guys are going to be sort of resonating most of the month, sort of like the gist of the month or the theme of the month, where you're kind of your default setting is for the month of October. It is not necessarily where you're going to be the entire time, but for the most of the month. Okay, so you guys this makes sense for the Cancers. It's the Child of Cups, which is feeler. You guys are water signs, so you are definitely a cup sign. Cups deals with the the element of water. This is all about being in one's feelings. This is the broad spectrum of emotions. This is sort of, maybe being a little bit petulant in the month of October, maybe being a little bit enthusiastic, kind of going highs and lows throughout the month, but definitely being in our feelings in the month of October. I don't think it's going to be all bad. I think that there's a broad range of emotions that you'll be experiencing, and I kind of get the feeling that the majority of it will be good, but definitely feeling extremely emotional in the month of October. I'm not sure. I kind of get a sense as I'm looking at this card that there might be some windfalls or some exciting sort of changes or shifts that might bring about some of that, like those more joyous emotions that you feel in the month of October. I'm not quite sure what they may be, but as I look at the other cards, maybe I might be able to decipher and hear from Spirit what that is. But I do see that there is an emphasis more on, I see the mood swinging a little bit, right? I'm not going to say it's going to be all perfect all the way through, but I'm being drawn more towards the positivity and the brighter side of this card, and that joyousness, that enthusiasm, that fun. To me, this feels like Cancer is going to have a fair amount of fun this October. And, you might feel like there might be some sad moments, but it won't be... Overall, I feel like this feels like the feelings for you guys are going to be good and beneficial and positive and uplifting. Okay? And that's not always the case with Cancers. I know that you guys are really sweet, loving people, but you can get pissed off pretty easily and upset. But I don't feel as though October is going to be that month where you get really upset. Oh, Sven is pulling the next card for you. So what Sven wants you to know is that this next card is the Foundation card. This tells us a little bit about what was going on previous to this month that is sort of set up everything to be the way that it is. So the card that you guys get is the Nine of Crystals, which is narrowness. Now, crystals deals with the element of air or the mind, the mental realm, right? And this narrowness feels to me like lately, in the last few months, let's say, the Cancerians that are watching this broadcast maybe have felt a little bit sort of stuck, a little bit stuck in their own thinking, a little bit stuck in their own world, a little bit trapped in their options of being able to do anything or change anything. But this is in the past, this card. So this says to me that maybe you guys have figured out a way to get beyond whatever was holding you back. Because this Child of Cups card feels to me like there's a little bit of joy and freedom happening for you in the month of October. So anything that's been feeling stuck, stale, not working in your favor, kind of bothering you, causing, that sort of slight aggravation. This is not by any means a really painful card by any means. It's more annoying is the feeling that I get from it. Any sort of annoyance that you've been suffering over the last few months, I feel like you might be able to let that go in the month of October, because this Child of Cups card to me feels much more freer. It's about feeling versus thinking. And you are a water sign, you're not an air sign, so overthinking things or thinking too much about things can get your guys' emotions going in a place that maybe feels sad, aggravated, depressed. I think we're letting go of that energy and we're going into a place of more joy, more enthusiasm, more optimism, okay? Now the next card is the Spirit or Soul card. This is in the center. This is what your spirit or soul is working on, what it's looking at in all of this. So this is the Six of Cups, which is sorrow. And to me, this says that it might have been that you guys were suffering, like we have here in this Nine of Crystals card. Mentally, there was a little bit of feeling stuck. But this is about letting go of some deeper sorrow that you've maybe been carrying with you for some time at a soul level. I feel like October might be the opportunity where we're able to let some of that go, where we're able to sort of be free of that and pour it. Like when I look at this vase pouring out these flowers, it's like we're no longer giving to situations that are no longer giving back to us. We've decided to sort of unstick ourselves and walk away in the recent past, and now we're feeling lighter in the month of October. We're feeling freer, and what's happening is our soul is releasing us from some old sorrow that we've maybe been carrying, or we've been some old tapes or old beliefs that we've been allowing to cause us sadness or sorrow in the years past. We're no longer going to be living from that place. I feel like the Cancers are going to be sort of releasing that, or at least doing the work around that to be able to let it go. Okay? Sorry, the camera fell a little bit because the cat's trying to swat at the back of the camera stick. I don't want him to knock it over. Can you not be a jerk, please? Okay, so the next two cards are what I call the outside influence cards. These cards are things that are influencing us either positively or negatively, but we should be made aware of them. So they can sometimes represent as people, sometimes as events. Sometimes as things more vague, like energies or or belief systems that are having an effect on us or an influence on us. Thank you for that drive-by, Sven. Everybody appreciates a drive-by from Sven. It's a good blessing if Sven shows up in your reading. I really believe that. So these are things that we just need to be aware of in the month of October. So we have the Fool Child here. This is Major Arcana. This is a big energy card here. This feels like there's an opportunity for some new change for you guys, and this is what I'm talking about as far as this change of emotion that might be shifting in the month of October for you. I feel like this change of this emotion, the releasing of this sorrow, the letting go of this narrowness or being held back, we start to open ourselves up, and as we open ourselves up, I clearly see that a door will open for us, an opportunity, a new path will arise in late October. I'm hearing that very clearly. For those of you that actually do change and shift your feelings, change and shift your thoughts, change and shift that sorrow story that you have that you hold so deeply in your soul space, as you release it and let it go, this new opportunity, this new path, it may be unknown, it could be slightly scary and a little bit intimidating, but it's going to be loaded full of lessons, energy, and excitement. This opens up to you and it becomes a possibility. Will you take it is the question, and will it start in October? I don't necessarily know. I know by late October it's going to start to manifest and show itself to you if you are in this place of sort of positivity. Now, I'm not saying you have to be like, Mary Poppins and super happy all month of October, but there's a shift of perspective. There's a shift of how we're looking at things. We've been looking at things from a place of feeling stuck, maybe. And I think we're releasing that and letting go of that. And in the doing of that and the feeling more free and enthusiastic, we're also able to let go of some deeper pain, some deeper sadness that has sort of maybe haunted us up until this point. When we're letting this go, we're opening the door to new paths, new ideas, new opportunities, new possibilities, and that's definitely present here in this Fool Child card. We don't want to think too much about it. We don't want to get too stuck in our thoughts. We want to say, does it feel good? Does it feel right? And just kind of be like the Fool card and jump in, start the journey, go down a new path. This is what life is for. We only get to live once, right? So the other influence card is the Child of Worlds. Interesting. And this is player. And to me, this is all about having fun and playing. And it mimics this Child of Cups. This is like the feeling of joy. This is the actual having of sort of play, right? Playing in the world, like the universe is offering you the opportunity with maybe this new path in the Fool Child card. There's a lot of like childlike energy in your guys's. You have the Fool Child, you have Child of Worlds, and you have Child of Cups. To me, this is a youthful energy. This is an exuberance. This is an enthusiasm. The month of October should be light, fun, and free for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be perfect or easy. You might have your struggles. You might have your day-to-day stuff that you have to face and deal with. But you know what? Enjoy it. Honor it. Love it. Play in it. Even the struggles. If you have to play in the struggles, play in them and let them sort of wash away in a way, because they will. They will definitely wash away a whole lot easier than if you're in resistance to them, or if you're in this place of being stuck on what's not working and what's, running those tapes in your head, which is what you've kind of done up in the past, and you're finally aware that that's just no longer working for you. It's no longer serving you. It's not bringing you joy. Now, this last card is what I call the potential outcomes card. And what I mean by that is that this card is not set in stone. It shows us where everything is heading for the end of October for the Cancers, barring that nothing major changes, right? But if we use free will and we make choices, if this is a negative card, we can affect the outcome, and we can use it as a warning to sort of make choices and changes to avoid this outcome coming to pass. But if it is a beneficial card, or a card that we want to have happen, it's nice to know that it's on its way, and it naturally will just flow to us with the energy the way that it stands right now. So this is the Eight of Crystals. This is synthesis. This is funny because it's right underneath that Nine of Crystals, which is the mind. This says to me that you guys will play a little bit, or there's the opportunity to play, but I don't know if your history with this Nine of Crystals is going to allow the Cancers to necessarily free themselves up completely and go full force into this Fool card with full abandon. Okay? It says to me that the majority of you are probably going to overthink it a little bit, not in a bad way, but you're going to try and find a situation or an opportunity, like a way to sort of adapt to the situation mentally first before you allow yourself to move forward. And that might be because you're finally starting to feel good. It feels like, to me, these two cards here say to me that you've been in and out of feeling bad or feeling stuck for maybe a fair amount of time at this point, and you're tired of it. So before moving forward on a new path, you might need to really make sure that mentally you're ready and that everything's in balance. This card says to me that you will seek that balance. The majority of you will seek that balance and try to fine tune that, like, those thoughts before maybe moving forward. But some of you are going to be more daring and go by your feelings, which is really, in my opinion, and this is more of an opinion than a read, you guys are water signs. You guys really should trust your emotions, trust your feelings, trust the water aspect of you, and move forward from that versus the mental realm. You guys are not Geminis or Libras, the more, intellectual signs where they are of the air element. They're supposed to sort of rely on that and learn their lessons a lot from that space. But if you guys are, trusting of your emotional selves and keeping yourself buoyant and the frequency or vibration high and playing in the world, you'll bring about new opportunities that you can go forward in. Do you trust those new opportunities is the question that I see in this Eight of Crystals. Do you trust yourself with these new opportunities? Do you trust your mind to not end up getting back into a place where you feel stuck again? That's the key for the Cancers in the month of October. I think that you guys can do it. The synthesis to me is not about getting stuck, though. This is about, like, double checking and making sure that we don't end up back here, right? Because on a deeper level, we are trying to let go of this pattern of sorrow. And so I think that that is a good sign and a good thing. And so even if you do get to this synthesis where you maybe don't jump first, it's like, this is, to me, says it's like a look before you leap card, right? So even if you look before you leap, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, staying safe and protecting oneself isn't necessarily a bad thing. And a lot of you may need to do that just to feel safe to move forward on these new paths. But there is this opportunity for play and new unknown realms, new unknown opportunities that may surface if you keep your vibration high and your energy up and your emotions, like, optimistic and positive, okay? So that's my message for the month of October for the Cancerians. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, follow, subscribe. Hit the bell, like I said. You can follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. And please leave any comments, questions. Check back in mid-month and let me know how your month of October is going. I look forward to seeing you at another video, and thank you for supporting the channel. Have a good day. Bye.